Dr. Lifeguard here, in the business of saving lives. Here to tell you about the Father's Wish Foundation. The Father's Wish comes from the text in the Word that says, Father in heaven says, I wish above all things, not some things, not a few things. I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. The Father's Wish Foundation, we have an organization and we are disaster relief first responders. We are first responders to disasters. All right? So, any type of disaster, whether it's a natural disaster or man-made disasters, we are the first responders.
Okay, so here we are in Malawi. I thought before we left that maybe we should put together some little kits of healthcare stuff. We're actually here to investigate maternal health in Malawi, and I thought while we are visiting some of the healthcare centres that we might take some of the essentials that in Australia we take for granted, things like paracetamol, antiseptic wipes, soap, thermometers, Band-Aids. Again, so many infections are caused by lack of care, antiseptic wipes and Band-Aids. Simple, we have them here, it's not so common. So I'm going to put together a few bags.
In 1908, a small hospital was started near Makwasa, Malawi. For more than 100 years, this hospital has provided physical and spiritual healing to one of the poorest countries in Africa. Malawi is home to more than 13 million people, many of whom live in poverty and are in dire need of medical care. Today, Malamulo Adventist Hospital has more than 200 beds and runs numerous community outreach and outpatient programs. The hospital also runs a medical school that trains lab technicians, medical officers, and nurses. The school attracts students from all over the country and is an important part of the hospital's outreach to the community. Students learn skills that will help them earn a living, as well as saving lives of those in need. It's impossible to count the number of lives that have been saved and changed by the holistic ministry of the dedicated staff at Malamulo.
Let me tell you how we got here. There is a gentleman that I went to high school with and I went to college with. His name is Edward Martin, affectionately known as Marty. We call him Marty. We went to a high school called Pine Forge Academy. Then we went to a university called Oakwood University. Marty was a founding member of a organization called NAPS, National Association for the Prevention of Starvation. So while we were in Oakwood University in college, Marty was a founding member in that organization, NAPS, that went all over the world, wherever disasters were, bringing food to people who were starving in natural disasters, here and abroad. So Katrina, NAPS went to Katrina. Marty went to Katrina. When the tsunamis happened in the Philippines, they went to the Philippines. NAPS and Marty, Trench Town, Jamaica, you name it, they've been there. All right, all over the world. So any and every time I could support Marty, from the very first time they started going on these mission trips, I've been supporting Marty in whatever